Ah, Kem is here. Amazing.
Rob,
Buddy.
my man, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah, when I swing, I put that fire to your chest. Talking ass, better wear a fucking vest.
That's ultimately you Satan wanted God.
What's so bad about worship?
Well, worship
God
is
gets it.
Worship is
What's
fine,
the
but
difference?
here's the thing: is like, let me put it this way. If do you have any just off the side? Do you have any hobbies, side projects you do just for fun?
Yes, I'm not sure that you would find them.
Just tell me. I'm gonna use this.
Yeah. I build firearms. It's a hobby, sure.
Okay, so let's say you build these firearms, and let's say you order you order parts from different manufacturers.
Uh-huh.
You put them all together. Now let's say someone says, "I want the credit for it." How would you feel? Someone said they wanted the credit for all the work you did.
Indifferent.
Pardon?
I think it would be. I would be indifferent. It would be very silly for somebody to try to take the credit.
Well, okay, maybe that's not exactly. Maybe, but the point is that's what when we're talking about worshiping God, that basically Satan is wanting all the credit for all the things that God has done. And that's not a small thing, because for example, a better example is, let's say, like an artist. Like, for example, if you're an actor or a musician, and say you're writing songs, you're building you're producing an album, you're just pouring yourself into it, right? Sure. Let's say someone walks along and says wants to put their name where yours belongs.
Sure.
That's not cool.
Are we sure that that's what Satan is doing?
That's what he's trying to do. Of course, that's precisely what Satan is trying to do. He's trying to take credit for things that God has done.
How do we know that? How do we know that?
He's trying to give God, he wants God to get the bad rap for all the things that God's not responsible for.
Sure. But how do we know that that's the case?
That's a good question. How do we know that that's the case?
How do we know that that's what Satan wants? We hear in the Bible.
Because
about what Satan did.
Because Jesus told us that's what he wants.
Where does he tell us that?
Right in John 10, verse 10, says the thief, it was a reference to Satan, comes only to steal, kill, and destroy. But I have come that you may have life and have it to the full.
Okay, is that what Jesus is saying that Satan wants, or is that Satan telling us what he wants?
That's Jesus telling us what Satan wants. And Satan's been very clear.
Why should we believe what Jesus said instead of what Satan says? Why not hear it from the horse's mouth?
Okay, well, Satan wanted Jesus to worship him. Satan said, all the keys of all the kingdoms are mine. So if you read the temptation in the wilderness, it's pretty indicative of what Satan wants.
I'm aware of the story, but that's not what I'm getting at, right? What I'm getting at is that we don't actually. Satan never speaks to us, right? Not in the Bible.
Well, he does.
Satan doesn't have his own Bible, right? Like he doesn't. What is his side of the story?
Pardon?
What is Satan's side of the story? Essentially, is what I'm asking.
Well, Satan wants all. Put it this way: everything that will destroy you is what Satan wants you to do to yourself. And others.
From the perspective of the Bible, sure, but I don't know that that's actually the case.
Okay.
Right. Because I don't hear anything from Satan's side. Satan never presents an argument to me. I never get to hear what he stands for. I don't get to hear what he wants. I get the Bible telling me what he wants, and that's the Bible's word against a non-existent agent. Right? Because Satan hasn't shown up to tell me what he actually wants.
See, my friend is blowing up my comment section.
Oh,
I just minimized my screen so I could see if that would go.
Oh, there's like a whole chat here. Oh man. Yeah. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, I was not aware of the chat. I'm so sorry, Mr. Child of God. I did not realize that you were in the chat. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Apparently, he thinks that Satan's having a field day with you.
I mean, sure. Demonstrate.
The thing is, like, here's the thing with Child of I can't see right now, but it's like,
right.
Even if that's true, it's not a helpful comment for this conversation.
No, I think it is. I think
You think it is?
it speaks to the one-sided nature of this. No, that's fine. No worries, dude.
No, I'm not saying you're
the
worried.
one-sided
I'm
nature
just
of this,
saying, like
relationship, right?
in order to build rapport with like atheists, like going gung ho about like you're a child of the devil, like to use like obviously
It's
no
fine.
what's it called hyperbolic rhetoric.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not helpful.
No, it isn't. But it's fine. I'm. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
My problem is that like, because Satan is the adversary, right? Satan is the alternative.
Yes.
So he's not given an opportunity to construct that alternative before God tells you don't listen to him, he's stupid, and casts
Well,
you
Satan,
to hell.
actually, no, Satan is not. I don't believe for a second that Satan's stupid. I think Satan is very clever, way more clever than people
Sure,
realize.
but that's not what I mean, right?
Okay, but okay, no,
that option is
I'm
not
just responding to the rhetoric you're using. That's all.
sure. Because when we say that Satan is this figure that like tempts, right? Tempts us with what exactly?
I think there's three things that tempt us. I think we're tempted by our own proclivities and desires. I think we're tempted by culture, and I think we're tempted by Satan. So I think all three of those things happen simultaneously.
But I mean, Satan's temptation specifically to what finality, right? What is Satan trying to get that God doesn't want us to give to him?
There's two things. One is Satan wants destruction, and well, it says right that in John 10 verse 10. The other thing is Satan wants glory. Satan wants what he doesn't deserve. Satan is like the kid who watched like for example, now obviously to say if I for a science fair and I had to build a model rocket. It's like Satan's like, oh, by the way, we did a good job, eh, guys? And they're like, and he did nothing. Everyone else did all the work. So he wants credit for things.
Do we know that to be the case, though?
Pardon?
We're back. Do we know that to be the case, though?
Yeah, I do know that to be the case.
Okay, because we never see Satan do that of his own accord. We hear the Bible tell us that he does that, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing is, the Bible is other than hugely vague, ambiguous references in the Quran. The Bible is the only text that we have to go with that reveals the nature of Satan.
Doesn't that seem odd to you?
Yes,
that you don't get a complete picture of this conflict.
No, I think obviously it'd be the Jewish Talmud too, but obviously Jewish text is Judea. It's Judeo-Christian worldview. But
yeah, it's not the Torah is not that much different from.
No, that's true. That's true. And so,
with the exception of the New Testament, right?
Right.
But same problem, right? That we don't get to hear his side of the story, and that doesn't strike you as odd that we don't hear a complete account of this conflict. Because I bet if I asked you what exactly the war in heaven was about and what it was specifically that Satan did, you wouldn't be able to tell me.
Well, I think the only thing the Bible really hints at is that Satan wanted God's position. He wanted to be worshipped. But he said, I will make myself above the Most High God.
Is that not essentially what God has done, though?
But God deserves it because God is God.
Sure, but I'm sure that if Satan was in God's position and had God's power, he would be doing the same thing, right?
Well, for sure, but that's pretty hypothetical.
Okay, and
so
the power of creation comes with the seat,
right?
So I'm sure if Satan could move himself into the seat, he would do just the same thing that God has done: is to create his own dominion and create what?
Why would you think that?
Because that's what you're telling me, is that's what he wants. He wants glory. He wants
power. He wants what he doesn't deserve. And he's a creative being.
To deserve it is a value judgment. That's a matter of opinion.
Well, usually when we deserve